Here on ResTube, we do more than reaction videos, more than music reviews,
This rocks!
more than lyrical analysis.
Okay, so the proper wording would be you, yes, 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 you. Not me, no, 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 me. Repeat.
We do love.
That's right, fellow Res heads. Welcome back to ResTube for another episode of what I like to call Label Love. And today I'd like to show some love to the pREServed series on Cherry Red Records. Or to be more exact, all the releases of New Ralph 2, which is the sublabel on Cherry Red named after the Resident's original label, Ralph Records. As of this recording, there have been 16 releases attributed to New Ralph 2, starting with 2017's 4-CD compilation, 80 Aching Orphans. This is a great selection of 80 tracks, ranging all the way from 1972's Santa Dog to 2016's Rushing Like a Banshee. The liner notes and track commentaries were written by Homer Flynn of the Cryptic Corporation and make for a very, very interesting read. The next release was the first in the pREServed series, being a 2-CD version of 1974's Meet the Residents. The liner notes were written by Ian Shirley, author of the book of the same name, that was later revised and re-released under the name Never Known Questions, 5 Decades of the Residents, which perchance was also published by Cherry Red. Aside from Shirley's essay, there are also notes by the Resident's mysterious archivist. Archivist? Not sure about that one. And his notes will continue to enrich all the booklets of this series. This double CD is the start of what became the norm for all pREServed CD releases. The original album is accompanied with additional material from the same period, often previously unreleased recordings that led to the album as we know it. Cherry Red calls this bonus material outtakes and ephemera, the latter meaning not meant to be retained or preserved.
Thanks, Google.
Which is hilarious considering the name of the series. Starting with the next release, the third and roll, the liner notes are written by the wonderfully witty Jim Knipfel. That's not meant to diminish Ian Shirley's writing in any way. I adore his book on the Residents. But Santa Dog was barking up the wrong tree. I see what you did there. I think Ian Shirley's writing is great. I just really like Jim Knipfel. Maybe because of the interview he recently gave here on ResTube. But I digress. Also starting with this release, the bonus material includes songs off of the album performed live by the group at later dates. The same can be said about both boxes released in these series, being the Mole box and the Cube E box. The double CD that sticks out somewhat of this series is this one, entitled A Nickel If You're This Big, which isn't based on a prior album, but on 2 demos from before the group received its name and started putting out music to the public. Cherry Red released the first official issue of those demos titled The WB Album and BS as Record Store Day first releases in 2018 and 2019, respectively. These 2 LPs also belong to the pREServed series and have according catalog numbers. Before we look at the other LPs that are in the series, it should be noted that Cherry Red includes postcards with the first 200 CDs that are pre-ordered. 2 more double LPs round out the pREServed series, one being Eskimo Deconstructed, which contains 2 records of the isolated audio recordings from which Eskimo was made. It also contains a CD of 1 hour of what is called Arctic field recordings. The other double LP is Icky Flicks, the original soundtrack recording, which was also a Record Store Day first release, just like the WB album and BS. and it was released in 2020 with one orange and one yellow record. To sum up, Cherry Red's Preserved series is great, no matter if you've been a fan for decades or if you've just started to explore the group. The releases are well made and fairly priced. The liner notes are superb and all very entertaining and informative at the same time. The artwork included in the booklets really helps to paint a portrait of each period of the group and often contains material that is rarely or never even seen before. All in all, the Preserved series rocks and rocks hard. So you know what they say, buy or die. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Danny Riggs. Please hit like and subscribe. And as always, you guys stay weird and stay healthy. Bye-bye. Ranging all the way from 1972 Santa Dog to by Homer Flynn of the Cryptic. The liner notes were written by Ian Shirley, author of. There are also notes by the Resident's mysterious archivist. Archivist. Yes, is the start of what the artwork included in the booklet. The artwork in the booklets really helps